I got my book cart next to me of all these lovely unread books. Welcome to my channel, and welcome back if you've been here before, but if you're new, welcome. And today I'm going to be talking about things I dislike in books, things I hate to see in books. And hopefully you agree. I think these are kind of universal things, but some of these things you may love, because I know that there's some things that people hate in books that I love. Now, I've compiled a list on my handy dandy computer. So number one in things that I hate in books is an overly misogynistic male main character. Sometimes when we read romance books, feminism goes out the window. Like, it leaves, okay? It leaves our bodies. But there is just times when it is too much. And I see this done a lot in sports romances, hockey romances, and they call a bunch of all the other girls like puck bunnies and stuff like that. I hate that. I literally despise that. And it's one of the reasons why for the longest time, I swore that I hated sports romances, because I felt like I could never find a sports romance book with a male main character that was not insufferable. So yeah, like overly misogynistic. They just literally talk down about every girl. They're calling women the B word every other sentence. Like, they're literally trash. Because how do you expect me to believe that this misogynistic man that literally talks down women at every point is falling in love with the female main character and is going to treat her with utmost respect? Like, I'm sorry. Not one single girl just changes you from being a absolute prick all your life. Like, it's just not realistic. So it's one of the reasons why I can't really get behind the reform player trope. But sometimes I like the way it's done. But most of the times, it's just so unrealistic. I can't even deal with it. And I just can't stand, like, I'm reading the guy's POV and he's literally just trash talking women every chance he can possibly get. Like, I can't do it. Second one is, I wrote a pick me FMC, but I'm low-key hate the term pick me. I hate it because I feel like sometimes it's used wrong. But in the way I mean is that, like, where the female main character is constantly saying,
I'm not like other girls. Like, I just have to, like, I just love hanging with the guys because, like, I just hate women. I don't have any female friendships. Like, I'm just so much better.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? I literally do not trust that. And I had that there as another, like, point. Like, the FMC has no friends / has, like, no good, like, female friends. But it's just, like, when it's happening over and over, like, are you serious? It's a bit unrealistic that this girl couldn't find a singular, like, good woman in her life to befriend. And this man, this out of nowhere man, is just gonna, like, be the best thing that's ever happened to her and change her life. Like, be so for real. I just can't. I can't do it. And the combination of the two, of the misogynistic man and the girl that's like, I'm not other girls, I'm putting down other girls. Like, the combination of the two will literally make me DNF a book. Like, you're done. You're out of here. So yeah, hate that. Oh, this one I despise. Overly descriptive talk about physical features on, like, the FMC. This might seem like super specific and niche, but to me, this aggravates my soul. Like, when the guy is going on and on about every single detail about the, like, female main character's body and stuff like that. Like,
she's so curvy, she's so thick and voluptuous, she's so la la.
Like, damn, like, do you like anything else about her besides her body? Like, it's just ridiculous. And the author is doing too much to describe how a character looks, like their physical features. Like, they're doing absolutely too much. Like, when they're trying to describe a black character and they're like, they're dark, at the end of the day, when I read a book, a lot of times I just don't even care what the description says. I'm just going to literally picture whatever I want in my head. But when you're, like, overly describing, like, to the point, like, it's actually ridiculous. Like, every single chapter, I'm like, all right, we get it. Like, this girl is thick as ever. Like, I freaking get it. Or she's skin and bone. Like, I freaking get it. You don't have to keep telling me. Then we have a big one that Book Talk, like, is keen about. And this is books that are centered around tropes. Now, I love tropes as much as this next person. Like, I will eat up a book if someone, like, promotes it on TikTok and they're like, It has the grumpy sunshine trope or the fake dating trope. There's like, come on now, like most people that read books, we pick up books based off of the tropes that we see like advertised to us. But I hate like when you read a book and you can tell it was specifically made around these said tropes. But a lot of like books like that or like this get popular on TikTok, and I see why, because TikTok kind of did start that like whole like you break down a book and describe it in its tropes, and then so new authors kind of like started like writing books to gear towards tropes. And it's just so obvious when you read a book and it wasn't made around the plot. It's like people are not building a story and building a foundation for these characters and an outline for the plot and how the story is going to like evolve. It's just, here are the tropes and this is how it's gonna happen, and they just write the book around the tropes. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to get advertised a book and then it says one bed trope. Like, that's not a trope. That is one singular scene that happens in a book, the one bed. Like, oh, like that actually has two stops. And it's even worse and so stupidly obvious in fantasy books, because when a fantasy book is built around tropes, you're just like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm sorry, like this is literally Wattpad, and I hate like a Wattpad fantasy book. Like, fantasy books definitely need like plot and world building and like all these like added structures, and you know, so when it's obviously built around like, you know, tropes, it's so stupid and it feels so cheesy. Here we have a big one that's quite literally been like talked about all the time, and so I'm not really gonna go into too detail about it, but miscommunication. I hate it. I think a lot of people hate it, but I specifically hate miscommunication when the whole like conflict around the book centers around it. And it's so annoying, like especially when we're dealing with adult characters. Like, you guys are grown adults, talk to each other. I can't do it. Like, a little bit of miscommunication to add a little bit of drama, I'm like, okay, that's fine, I'll deal with it. Like, that's the reason why most third eye breakups exist, and I can handle a third eye breakup. But when the entirety of your relationship and the conflict in your relationship just centers around miscommunication, I don't care, and I'm not rooting for your relationship anymore. I don't care if you guys make it. I don't care if you guys thrive or not. I have no interest, and I want to throw the book across the room. So yeah, hate it. And whoever started that trope, kill yourself. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm actually just kidding. This one is a big one. This one actually will make me DNF a book, and like, I don't care. Cheating between the main couple. Who created this trope? Whoever created this trope deserves jail time. Literal jail time. Like, first of all, books in general have normalized cheating too much. Like, too much. We have normalized cheating too much. Like, kidnapping, I can do it. You know, manipulation, perfect. Yes. Bullying, yes. I will not keep reading a book if it involves cheating, especially with the main couple. The main couple should never, ever, ever cheat on each other. They should never cheat on each other. Because how do you expect me to root for them if you guys are cheating on each other? And you're gonna sit here and tell me that your soulmate cheated on you. You're crazy. You're crazy. I would rather be alone for the rest of my life. Like,
I actually don't see anything wrong being alone. Truly, I think being alone and being with yourself is one of the best privileges in this world.
I would rather be alone, live myself all throughout the rest of my life, do everything myself, literally be alone, than be with somebody who cheated on me. Like, what is the appeal? I'm not getting excited for this couple. I'm not rooting for them. That's disgusting. Okay, next one. I think a lot of people agree with this one, especially in romance books, excessively long books. I love long books. I do. I love like when I get invested with characters and I'm seeing their story and I'm able to stick with them for hundreds and hundreds of pages. Like, I love a good long book. Like, cutesy little romances that have no other plot besides the romance. What is the reason? Like, what is the reason? So many great romance books, like, I read them and I'm thinking, oh yeah, this book's great, and then it'll just be excessively long, and I'm just like, that could have been cut down like a couple hundred pages, and that's kind of ridiculous. Like, if I say your book needs to be cut down a couple hundred pages, that's a problem. Like, that's genuinely a problem. Now, this does not apply to the Boys of Tommen series, because the Boys of Tommen, she can make those books 1,000+ pages long and I still would not have enough, you know? Like, sometimes it's genuinely warranted. this kind of ties into the like cheating one, but unnecessary drama that involves like the love interest and like different outside factors, like another girl, another boy, like stuff like that. Like, I love the jealousy trope thrown in there. And there's like a scene like where a guy is trying to like get with the girl that he's with, and then he's like, yo, back off, that's my girl. But when it's continuous, like a girl that's continuously trying to get with the guy, or a guy that's continuously trying to get with the other girl, like it's continuous, they're constantly coming back and coming back and coming back. I'm like, all right, this is enough. Like, why do they keep coming back? Like, it's just so stupid. It feels so unrealistic. Love triangles, get rid of them, get them out of here, get them out of here. And you're probably like, Danielle, aren't you trying to read the Infernal Devices this fall? I am, and I will read them. They're sitting right here, babes. They're sitting right here. I will read the Infernal Devices because I've heard great things about that series. It also has another plot besides the love triangle. The love triangle is a subplot. It has another plot. That's one thing. Love triangles are so stupid, especially when they involve people who are like close together, like best friends, siblings, like anything like that. Like, if you guys are fighting this much over each other, just all be together. I think all three of you guys just need to be together. You know, that's why it's like when love triangles involve siblings, it deserves jail time, because you can't even all be together, you know, because two of you are related. So just drop it. Just none of you guys be together. So if it's two siblings, none of you guys can be together. If none of you guys are related, I think three of you guys should just be together. Love triangles are just so stupid. What's the point of fighting? Just all be together. That's my stance in it. These next few kind of just deal with like book kind of like editorial things, you know, not necessarily things that happen in books, but like things that are with books. So synopsises that give the whole book away, hate those. Like, you read the back of the book and it's like paragraphs and it's literally describing stuff that happens like 50-something% into the book. Like, what? I should know what happens at the 50-something% mark in the book. Why the hell am I even reading the book when the whole entire summary of the book is just in the back? I think that's just so stupid. Next one, shirtless men on covers. We have to retire that. That has to end, okay? I can handle people on the cover. I actually can. Like, I'm not that much of a stickler about people on the cover, especially when it just looks like a good cover. Like, sometimes people on the covers, they're good covers, and I'll be like, okay, this cover actually eats. But shirtless, like just a cover with a shirtless man, that should go extinct. That's disgusting. Like, why would I just want a shirtless man sitting on my bookshelf? No. We have to go into a full investigation of why that happened and how we can end it. An excessive inner monologue. I hate that. Yo, how many times I'm gonna use hate in this video? Like, I'm just a hater. Hate. This is what makes books super long as well, when they just are writing the main character and their inner monologue is so obnoxiously long. Like, it's so obnoxious how long it is. Like, there's no reason that you should be having this inner battle with yourself, like literally in public too. Like, it will be during times that they're literally like in public. Like, why are you talking to yourself this much? Like, I'm confused. I'm perplexed. I'm literally perplexed. Like, I'm literally perplexed. Anyways, I'm going crazy. This is one, because this next one is like one I kind of love, but also I kind of hate when it's done really, really wrong. And that's overly possessive main male characters. And I like a possessive main character, especially in a dark romance. You guys know, you dark romance girlies know, I eat a dark romance book up, and I especially eat it up when the male guy is just like as dark as they come. Like, he is a sick individual. He's possessive, he's obsessive, he's sick and twisted. But I just hate when someone writes an overly possessive main male character and it's just so out of context. Like, especially like when it's not even in a dark romance, like it's in a regular contemporary book, and this dude is like, oh, touch another guy, I'll kill him, I'll rip his hands off. Like, dude, you are a normal civilian. Act like it. Like, truly act like you are a normal person, because you're not doing that. You're not in the mafia. You're not the serial killer. You are Jake as Dave Arm. You are Jake as Dave Arm. That's crazy. I have two more. I mean, I honestly could go on forever, but I just don't want to be here all day. An easy one, Insta love. I hate it. I just love any type of build up. Like, I just hate like when they first meet and they're immediately like obsessed with each other, they love each other, like, oh, we're soulmates, this is my soulmate, this is my everything. Like, you guys literally just met yesterday. That does not make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. And the book is just boring. Like, there's just nothing else for me to root for, there's nothing for me to wait for. I just feel like I'm wasting my time reading 300 something pages about a couple that's already in love with each other. Like, where's the struggle? Where's the angst? Where's the buildup? Where's the tension? Where is anything that I'm looking for in a romance book? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm disgusted. So yeah. And lastly, I have age gaps when the younger is extremely immature. Now, I love a good age gap. I love when it's taboo. I love when it's literally like, oh, this should actually, we should call the cops. Like, I love it like that. Like, you know, like, give me something that's making me question my morals. I love that in a book, you know, love that. But I hate when there's an age gap and the younger person, normally the girl, because like most age gaps I read, the guy is older, but when the girl, like, say she's like 18, 19, like, she's really young, you know, she's barely an adult, but it's just so obvious that she's so young. And I'm not saying like 18, 19, like, you are young, like, you are just stepping into adulthood. You shouldn't be like acting like a 30-year-old woman. But at the same time, when they have them acting like they're literally like 15, 14, it's kind of like, it's literally disgusting. And then they'll have a guy be like 30 or something, and he's super old and super buff, like alpha male, and she is like a literal baby, like literally sucking on her thumb. This is not even like attractive anymore. Like, I'm just grossed out. And I feel like it's something that the author does to emphasize the age gap, but it's like, you don't have to emphasize it. If she's 20 and he's 12 years older than her, we know that there's a big age gap. Like, we know that they are in different spectrums of life. So you don't have to make it extremely obvious by making her act like she's freaking 12. Like, it is taboo, and the whole sense is that this probably wouldn't be accepted in the world. But why does she have to act like a child? I don't get the appeal. I don't understand it. So, hate that so much. I'm sure there's 1,000 more things I could have put on this list. There's definitely so many things. I probably could pick up a book right now and find something else I didn't like. But I just compiled like ones that just be on my mind heavily and I think about a lot. And yeah. And today was a day full of hate, and I loved it. I just love hating. I'm a full-time hater. It's my job. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe, come back for more like this video, and comment down below everything you hate in books, and, you know, if we agree, if we disagree. I love banter. I love to argue, so let's argue. And I hope you have a good day, and I hope you come back for more. Peace out.